Hey guys. So this is gonna be my treatment story, part 2. So my second round of treatment, and the worst round. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was disgusting. It was awful. Huge trigger warning. If you guys are triggered by vomiting or yeah, that's mostly it. Just like, I'm giving all the details because it was awful. And I'm like mentally scarred by it. Like, actually, like, same with my hospitalization that led up to that treatment stay. I can do another story time about that. I can do a story time about how they put a feeding tube in my lung. It was rough. Also, trigger warning, I just remembered for self-harm. This whole treatment stay, I was self-harming continuously. I was on staff watch. I just did not care at all. I was just done. So, trigger warning for self-harm and eating disorders and throwing up, just stuff like that. Okay. So, I do not remember my date of admission, but this is just the first one we have. So, this is for November 14th, 2017. For eating disorder, anorexia nervosa, restricting type. My patient goals are: I don't like throwing up, stop counting calories, not feel guilty after eating, and be okay with eating, be less anxious, stop body checking. I don't like throwing up is not a goal, but what they do is when they ask for your goals, they basically quote everything you say. Like, there's literally quotation marks. So, okay. Interventions: maintain within goal weight range, accept natural body weight. Therapist/medical doctor will work with Kate on encountering her negative self-thoughts. Kate will continue to discuss her fear of getting sick and how it relates to her ED. Complete 100% of the meal plan. Kate to develop coping skills to refrain from body checking. Psychiatric disorders: major depressive disorder, recurrent, moderate, obsessive compulsive disorder. Patient goals: depressive symptomology will be well controlled, have more motivation not to be depressed, and identify triggers for obsession, fear, and anxiety. In interventions: medical doctor will continue to monitor our overall mood and anxiety. I don't know why it says medical doctor, but whatever. Kate will continue to discuss internal motivators for recovery, assesses ways in which patients' anxiety and mood symptoms have an impact on our ED. Kate to keep a thought record to help identify triggers. Sorry guys, my face is so red. I worked out today and it hasn't gone away, and then I have a pimple because I'm on my period, and it's just I want to die. Not really. Actually, no. Okay. I'm chronically suicidal. And yeah. My parents know, my doctors know. That's just something I have to deal with right now. Okay. I am safe though. Okay. For family therapy, establish family sessions. Kate will have sessions weekly. Malnutrition, mild. Resolve malnutrition. Resolve fluid electrolyte imbalance. Potential. Sorry. For fluid electrolyte imbalance, potential for cardiovascular instability, tachycardia unspecified. Once again, this was before I was diagnosed with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So it is, we just didn't know that much at this point. So revolve, potential for cardiovascular instability, restore normal cardiac function, report lightheadedness, chest discomfort, any medical symptoms, report nausea. So medications for nausea, vital signs, all that stuff. Okay. Current medications: lithium. I think I'm just going to do a whole story time about lithium. The worst medication I have ever taken. First of all, it's on the periodic table of elements. I don't think that should be going in my fucking body. Well, oxygen does that. Whatever. I'm just going to continue. Lithium, 300 milligrams with food. Prozac, 20 milligrams daily. Hydroxyzine, 25 milligrams, 30 to 60 minutes before meals. Colace, 100 milligrams. Reglan, 5 milligrams. Pepsid, 20 milligrams. Multivitamin. Zinc, 30 milligrams. Thiamine, 100 milligrams. Treatment summary. Honestly, all my treatment summary are just my team roasting me the whole time. Like, can we get, like, a diss track behind this? Like, I'm serious. Like, it's embarrassing. Kate reports struggling with fullness and bloating, persisting up to an hour following meals. Kate seems willing to continue to challenge this fullness. She had a meal plan increase this week. Kate also reports urges to purge following meals. This has only been going on since coming to McAllen False. That was a lie. I actually, like, wanted to purge in the hospital, and then I did purge in the hospital the last day through my feeding tube. So, false. She shares that she feels this is related to wanting to feel in control of getting sick rather than passively waiting to vomit. She denies acting on any of these urges and continues to challenge them by reminding herself she doesn't want to lose weight. I mean, obviously I wanted to lose weight, but, like, I didn't want to go through refeeding because it's literally, it's hell, guys. It's horrible. It's horrible. She reports that DBT skills have been helpful in the past, but she has not wanted to utilize them because she wants to stay in her depression and eating disorder as they give her an identity and a sense of control. She reports nausea often occurring with fullness. She feels that Reglan has been helpful with discomfort from fullness, and also voiced that while in the hospital that she noticed a significant decrease in anxiety when she was given Ativan prior to NG2 placement. She is not sure if any other medications have been beneficial. She continues to have urges to self-harm and passive thoughts of death. She denies any suicidal thoughts since she was at the hospital prior to admission. Lies. She reports regular monthly menstrual cycle, most recently on 11/4/17 for 5 days. She reports ongoing constipation. Colace was changed from PRN to scheduled. Vital signs have been stable. Labs are normal. So everything is the same except we have medication changes. Discontinued Colace and Miralax. Started clonazepam, 0.25 milligrams, and increased dose to 0.5 milligrams. Changed lithium with meals to Lithobid with food. It's the same thing. Changed Zofran 4 milligrams to before breakfast and dinner. Okay, yeah, it is the 21st. I don't know why it says the 14th. Okay. Kate continues to report nausea. She experienced a vomiting episode on 11/18. She reports she feels nauseous mostly during and after meals. She reports the new plan is going okay and the food is fine, but she is struggling with the amount of fluid she must drink in a day and believes it is contributing to her nausea. Her fluid requirement has been modified, so she is getting no more than 2 cups of fluid at each meal and snack. Kate agreed to continue challenging herself by completing a snack from her Fear Food worksheet that she considers risky. Kate had family session with therapists on Sunday, 11/19, and again with the team on Tuesday, 11/21. Kate is having very high self-harm urges and has acted on these urges several times. Kate was placed on safety precautions, which which includes, but is not limited to, showing staff arms and stomach after using the restroom, as this is when she is self-harming. Kate is also not allowed to sleep in her room at night and has to sleep in community space instead. Clonazepam 0.25 milligrams was started to target anxiety. Dose was Tatirid for Tatirid for therapeutic effect. Kate voices continued passive thoughts of death and suicidal thoughts. Vital signs are improving. 1 instance of orthostatic pulse change and 1 instance of tachycardia, 119 BPM. So I remember specifically the first time I threw up, that trip, that admission, was the day I arrived. It was just after group. I was like, guys, get me a trash can, and then I threw up on the floor, and then I threw up in the trash can, and then I just would not stop dry heaving. It was pretty awful, and all I had eaten for lunch was like 4 ounces of Boost, pretzels, yogurt, and fruit. And that was like the lowest meal plan. So I was not doing too keen. And then the first time I threw up that started the vomiting cycle because of the lithium, which they refused to decrease, was that day they said on the 18th. I was eating snack. I remember what it was. It was plain Cheerios with milk. And then I was like, and then my Gatorade, I was like really nauseous. So I was like, hey, can I have a Zofran? And that was like the first time I'd taken it, since I'd gotten there, because I was only taking it at the hospital. I was like, yeah, like, can I have a Zofran? Like, I feel like that'd be helpful. So I took the Zofran. I powered through that snack. Very proud of myself. And I was like, okay, like, I'm ready to go. So they like took a few of us back to the unit, and I was walking, and I like, as soon as I stood up, I was like, this isn't gonna go well. And that's like a thing for me now, like with nausea, like standing up like makes it so much worse. Like normally when I stand up is when I throw up. Like it's bad. So we were walking back to the unit, and I just threw up on the floor, like walking back. And they were like, the nurse was taking us back, and one of my friends was like, Kate's throwing up. She's like, oh no. And then as soon as I, like, after I threw up, I was like, oh no, like, I got on my Birkenstocks. Like, it was tragic. But we cleaned them up with Lysol. That was the real tragedy. Ugh, no. Okay, just kidding. Anyway, so, and then I just continued throwing up once we got back to the unit. It was like, and this is when it started being like projectile. Well, it actually, at the hospital, but like it started again being projectile. And I just like, it was like to the point where it was like so projectile that it would like go over the trash can. Like it was just really not good. And also, like, I didn't just throw up my snack, I'd also thrown up my breakfast because that had not digested yet, which is why I was led to believe that I had gastroparesis, but thank goodness I didn't. It was just the fucking lithium. There are 2 left, because after this, I kind of just downhill. Like, down. Far. Really, really, really far. I was only there for 6 weeks. And I was in residential the whole time. And you will find out why I was only there for 6 weeks. Okay, so all of the goals and stuff stays the same. Medication changes. Decreased and discontinued clonazepam. Change Zofran to 4 milligrams before breakfast and dinner. My doctor put me on clonazepam to help with anxiety. The vomiting got worse. because the lithium didn't want to be inside me. But she was like, no, we just added the clonazepam, it's the clonazepam. And I'm like, but why did the vomiting start with the lithium? She's like, no, it's not the lithium. It's not the lithium. Do you know how many times I was told it's not the lithium by multiple doctors? They're all like, that wouldn't happen. Like, that's not a side effect. Like, if it was, like, it would have stopped, like, weeks ago. Spoiler alert, it was the lithium. Kate continues to report nausea. She reports she has had 4 vomiting episodes within the last week. No meal plan increases were made because of this. She has an appointment with a GI specialist on this coming Wednesday. Kate was sent to the hospital on Sunday night due to suicidal ideation and an inability to contract for safety. Kate was not admitted to the hospital, because I'm manipulative, and returned to McCallum Place that night. Kate continues to express self-harm/suicidal ideation, but reports that she will not act on it because nothing here will work. That's actually my reason for living a lot of the times, and it's sad, but it's true. Kate continues to report that she needs to self-harm in order to get through the day. Also true. Kate reports being frustrated and feeling like her vomiting is impacting recovery. Completely true. And also, my psychiatrist's fault. She vomited 4 times over the weekend and 2 times yesterday. She reports feeling nauseous throughout the whole day except for breakfast because there's no food in my stomach. The clonazepam was tapered and stopped due to concerns that her nausea worsened and that she vomited following initiation and dose increases of clonazepam. Kate will begin working on a Hope Box, a coping strategy used to self-soothe using items that engage the 5 senses. Vital signs have been abnormal, including tachycardia up to 122 BPM and orthostatic pulse changes. So for about 2 weeks after that first Cheerio vomit episode, I was throwing up 1 to 3 times a day. And it got to the point where it would be before breakfast. The nurse would give me my meds with a couple sips of water, and I'd instantly just throw that up. I was just throwing up water and pills. It also got to the point where the staff were okay with me not eating snack because they knew if I ate nighttime snack, I was going to throw up dinner and PM snack. But if I didn't, I would just be missing 1 snack. So we kind of had to strategize like that. And it was awful. Like, I just could not trust my body. And it was just, I felt so out of control, which is why I think I led to self-harm so much. Medication changes, stopped fluoxetine, started clomipramine, and Gas-X PRN. So at this point, I was still on Reglan. They added me on Phenigrin, which is nausea medicine, Lansoprazole for acid reflux, Gas-X, Reglan, clomipramine. Procedures/consults, visit to urgent care on 12/10 and had 3 stitches in place on left arm. Treatment summary, Kate reports that she has been enjoying meals with her parents and it has been going well. She voiced that she would like to continue to practice these exposures. Kate shares that her nausea has significantly decreased, therefore she was agreeable to a meal care increase this week. Kate self-harmed on Sunday, 12/10, and had to be sent to urgent care to receive stitches. Kate was upset by a conversation that happened with her peers. Kate and therapist filled out a behavior chain analysis for self-harm. Frequent abnormal with tachycardia between 110 to 120 BPM, highest at 166 BPM. Positive for orthostatic hypotension on 12/8 and 12/10. They took me off of the lithium, and right after they took me off of it, they put me on a sick diet. So that lasted for 3 days. So breakfast was normal, and then snacks were just like crackers. Then lunch and dinner was soup, crackers, fruit, so it would be a banana, And then lunch and dinner was soup, either vegetable or chicken noodle, crackers, banana or canned peaches, and then Gatorade or Sprite. And I felt really sick the meal after I stopped the sick diet, but I didn't get sick. And that was a huge breakthrough. And the vomiting just stopped because it was the lithium. I'm very pissed. I think my parents are pissed too. Cause like you should be able to rely on your doctors to like know what to do. I mean, they're not like perfect. Like you don't know all the time, but it was just really extremely frustrating. Especially when I was in the hospital. It was just hard. You just didn't know what to do. You didn't know who to believe. You didn't know whether to, use your instinct or not. The two ultimate events that got me out of McCallum the second time. The first one was I used a stencil and slit my hand open, and I had to go to urgent care and get 3 stitches. The second one is we were walking down the hallway for dinner. I used my elbow to break a glass framed painting, and then I picked out the glass and cut myself on my arms in front of everybody. And then the third thing that happened was they were already telling me I was going to be admitted, that they were just waiting for a bed, but I was at my breaking point, and I told them, and I was sent to the hospital. And when I was admitted to the hospital, to the psych ward, they were basically like, okay, like, we're not gonna do any, like, food, like, we're not gonna push her on food, like, if she eats, we're not gonna bug her about it, like, we're not gonna be, like, counting, like, everything she eats, like, we're just gonna let her be, unless she doesn't eat, and then we'll tube her, and it worked out, so that was good. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you to your days. This was not an easy video for me to film. Mostly, not because of the content, but mostly because I'm not in a good place. And I will tell you guys why in my next video, which I will probably be filming tonight because I have a weird burst of energy and I might film a couple videos after this. So I hope you guys have a good night. I love you guys. I really hope I'm helpful, or at least someone to relate to, someone to laugh at, someone to make fun of. Like, I just hope I have some semi-positive impact on your life. I've been trying really hard, and it's hard, like, yeah, it's hard. Okay, bye guys.